Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm the Doc Bob Lee, and we're here with an artist, a performer, singer. She's a vocal coach and producer whose latest productions she pays homage to the late great Dorothy Dandridge. And she joins us today to share some behind the scenes information on her upcoming production, Dorothy Dandridge Musical, and much more. So please welcome to the show, Nikenji. She's also a Hal Jackson Talented Teens International contestant. Nikenji, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor to be at the helm of such an iconic story like Dorothy Dandridge.
Yeah.
And we are doing a special presentation of Dorothy Dandridge, the musical, at Carnegie Hall, right here in New York City, Sunday night and Monday night, 7:30 p.m. And we are just really, really excited. It's an original score. We
Yeah.
have Emmy winner, book and lyricist Trey Ellis at the helm of this project, along with Shelton Becton, who is doing the music and lyrics, and our very own Tony winner Tamara Tooney, who is directing the show. And we have Everett Bradley as the arranger. And so we are
Yeah.
so elated with this amazing team telling
Uh-huh.
the story of this icon, which is Dorothy Dandridge, a story that I feel is almost an unsung hero because not everybody knows about her, at least the younger generation.
Yeah.
It's really, really important that we bring these stories to the forefront for stage and making sure that they are not forgotten.
Dorothy Dandridge, she's in this book, People to Know, Black History and Beyond. She's on page 343. So people can find out more about her. But let's find out more about you. You've been in this business for a little while. You with the Hal Jackson Talented Teens International contest, and you were in New York, and then you went to Hollywood, and it was wonderful because that could have been the start of your career. Is that so, or you did something before that?
No, winning Hal Jackson Talented Teen was my very first competition as a singer. At the time, I was just getting exposed to opera music and I was being
Uh,
trained.
ah,
Yes, and Miss Yvonne Hatchett was my teacher from Harlem School of the Arts, and I
uh-huh.
had went to Harlem School of the Arts to learn how to sing my Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey songs better. And next thing you know, I was learning Italian songs and
Whoa.
chansons and German
Yeah.
lieder. And my teacher saw the potential for opera, and Hal Jackson Talented Teens was the very first competition that I actually sang an opera piece, which was from Scott Joplin's
Uh,
opera Tremonisha, and I sang a real slow drag, and I had a little dance routine going with it,
uh,
and I was the
all
first
right, a
one.
little quickie. How did that sound back then? I know it
Oh,
sounds a little better now.
well, it was the Salut Parna do the drag,
Yeah.
drag, stop and look backward to the drag. All of you stop.
Look at that vocal range. Beautiful. Look at that. There you
Oh,
go.
I haven't sung that song in so many years, but I love Scott Joplin. I love Tremonisha, and I love the
Yeah.
fact that that song was my introduction to opera. And
Yeah.
being able to be the first opera singer to win the New York State title for Hal Jackson was a very big accomplishment for a little 14-year-old girl from
I
Bronx.
know he's up in heaven. He heard that voice and he looked down and said, "Oh, this is my
I know.
girl." Ah!
He said, Nick,
You know how it speaks.
oh, there you are.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to produce Dorothy Dandridge,
Well,
the
many
musical?
things, many things. I, as a little girl, being 10 years old and being exposed to music in a different level
Uh,
because I loved music, I appreciated it, but I didn't know that I actually had a talent to sing music until my fifth grade teacher
yeah.
at PS 95 heard me singing. And she gave me my first role as Patty in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Hmm.
And my mom and my dad had divorced at that time. She was raising me as a single mom, and we couldn't afford to go to the theater. We couldn't afford to go see symphony shows or, operas or musical theater or any type of concert. And but when I would look through the magazines and newspapers about shows that were happening, um, I did not see any representation of myself. And as a 10-year-old who is in Bronx, New York, wanting to see something that would inspire me, I didn't see it on stage. And as I continued getting older and being trained in this music, I went to Juilliard and Manhattan School of Music, and I began not only performing in shows, I was crossing over from doing musical theater and opera
Hmm.
and jazz and creating my own shows. Like I was really at the forefront of wanting to create in the very beginning because I saw that there was a void. And
Yes.
Dorothy Dandridge is an icon that I know not everybody knows about. People in Hollywood know about her, people in older
Yeah.
generations. The young kids do not know who Dorothy Dandridge is. And as a 10-year-old, I would have wanted to know who Dorothy Dandridge was. And so it's
Yeah.
important to me to make sure that we are putting these stories at the forefront. I also wanted to have a musical that did not fit in a box. I wanted to make sure that I had
That's the one.
yes, I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I had a team that would be as authentic as possible for each of these characters. So
Yeah.
musically, we have a original score that ranges from opera to pop to soul to gospel to jazz to musical
Yeah.
theater, and being authentic to these characters, because Dorothy Dandridge would sing a Duke Ellington or Gershwin tune when she was headlining the Waldorf Astoria as the very first African American artist to do that. But she wasn't singing Duke Ellington songs if she was communicating with her mom and her sister back at home,
Yeah.
right?
Tell us about her. Tell us about her star power, because a lot of people don't know about Dorothy Dandridge's star power, and
Yes. I mean,
how you're going to be bringing that to life.
yes, she was the first African American woman to be nominated for an Oscar in the Outstanding Leading Actress category. And that was just unknown in the 50s. Otto Preminger cast her as Carmen Jones. It was a star turning role for her, opposite of our amazing Harry Belafonte. You had Pearl Bailey in that movie. I mean, you had the icons in that movie. It was an all Black cast,
Yeah.
and they were doing something that was absolutely not done before. That is what turned her into this overnight success. And after that, she did Porgy and Bess. But there was many years in between these
Yeah.
accomplishments that she had to go to Europe to do movies because she was a leading actress, and Hollywood just wasn't creating that content to
Yeah.
have a woman like Dorothy Dandridge soar, right? So she had to go across the pond to do a lot
Yeah.
of movies because it was at that time it was illegal to have interracial kissing on screen. And she was also she would sing at these clubs, the Waldorf Astoria, the
Yeah.
Bahamas. She would perform. She had a band, and so she was so versatile when it came to
Yeah.
being an actress on screen as well as being a around like triple threat on
Yeah.
stage with a band and Bill Moore being her arranger.
And you're gonna reproduce. You're gonna do that. You're gonna produce it. You're gonna do the triplet threat thing. You're gonna dance and sing and
Absolutely.
everything.
We have dancing, we have acting,
Oh, we got to come and
we
check
have
you out. We got to come and check you
everything.
out.
Yes.
So,
And
what
what's
can
so
fans expect? Give us a quick something.
well, here's the thing. With Dorothy, not only did I want to focus on her star power, but I also wanted to
Uh-huh.
focus on her activism. She was a big supporter of Dr. King in the civil rights movement.
That's right.
People
Yeah.
don't really know about that. She also was a single mom. Like it's her whole story is so very empowering because
Yeah.
when her and Harold Nicholas, who was, the half of the famous Nicholas brothers, had separated, she was there taking care of her daughter who needed 24-hour care. So this story is not just about the star power and her being
Yeah,
a Hollywood actress, but for her being a single mom, her being an activist, her the human experience that we all can relate to
beautiful.
when
So
it
you're
comes.
creating the awareness about this wonderful person, Dorothy Dandridge.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And
And what better person to recreate that than you and your production team?
yes, I'm a mom as well. So like her story really hits
Yeah,
hard to me, as well as her story hitting hard to my mother, who was a single mom raising me.
yeah.
So it's very important for that. I also collaborated with a not-for-profit organization,
Uh-huh.
Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts, because it's very important that we collaborate as we like to call it. It takes a village to raise a child. And this
Absolutely.
musical, I consider a child that we are giving birth to and we are raising, because there's so many different levels of development before you get
Excellent.
to that shiny Broadway stage. And Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts has now collaborated with us so that when someone goes to DorothyDandridgeMusical.com, they can actually make a tax deductible donation that will go towards the
Yeah.
development of this story coming to
And
the
and is
stage.
that the website that we go to
Yes,
find
it
out more?
is. It is
Yeah.
DorothyDandridgeMusical.com. And there you can get the tickets for Carnegie Hall Sunday night
Yeah.
and Monday night, and there you can make tax deductible donations. No amount is too small to help support this story and put it to the forefront, so that it's not, this is a story that needs to be told by all walks of life, all ages. We're here in New York City, the melting pot of the world, and we need to know who Dorothy Dandridge is.
And we thank you so much. Singer, producer, creator, songwriter. And she's got it together. We got to get there and sit in those seats and check it out.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We're actually here at Park Central Hotel, right across the street from Carnegie Hall, doing
All
the
right.
rehearsals for the show. So we're really excited. We have an amazing Broadway cast and TV cast that is going to bring this story to life.
Mackenzie, thank you so much. And you're always welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
All right.
much.
We'll take a quick break. Got a whole lot more coming up right here on Open.